What's up, guys? Welcome to the line change. In this video, we're going to be doing something we haven't done in quite a bit of time. We're going to be doing a off-season trade target video. As this one has come to my attention, I believe it was Dave Hall who mentioned their name while I was speaking with him just yesterday, and it's an interesting trade target, and obviously aren't a whole lot of trade target per se's right now, as the Canucks are more so looking at free agency, and one player in particular, obviously Jack Roslovic, has been a big name of discussion in Canucks land. But this one intrigued me, and I wanted to talk about it. But before we do that, as I always do, I wanted to give a big shout out and thank you to my sponsor, Gassy Jack Art, maker of that incredible artwork you see there behind me. And you guys can check them out at gassjackart.com. You can also find them on Instagram at Gassy Jack Art. So go ahead and check them out. Once again, gassjackart.com. Let's go ahead and dive into an article from our friends at Canucks Army. And in this article, it talks about said trade target being, of course, Yegor, and I'm probably going to butcher his last name, Chinakhov. Obviously, recently it's been revealed that Chinakhov has requested a trade from the Columbus Blue Jackets, having not gotten along with the Columbus Blue Jackets head coach, Dean Evason. He made it known that he wants out of Columbus, and he could be a potential trade target for the Vancouver Canucks. Now, this article is written by Jacob Fraser from Canucks Army. He goes on to say, shortly before the Vancouver Canucks traded Dakota Joshua to the Toronto Maple Leafs, reports came out that Columbus Blue Jackets forward Yegor Chinakhov had requested a trade. Now, the trade request by Chinakhov and Joshua is completely unrelated. However, there is now a hole in the Canucks' top 9 forward group on the wing that Chinakhov could potentially fill. Let's take a look at Chinakhov, the player. Former first-round pick in the 2020 draft is a skilled fast winger with a high-end shot. Playing in only 30 games this past season, he missed a significant portion of the year due to injury, but still managed to register 15 points through those 30 games, scoring at a 41-point pace over an 82-game season. Chinakhov's game still has some holes, and he can be seen as a liability in the defensive zone. However, the 24-year-old has a lot of time to learn to play a more complete 200-foot game at the NHL level. The Russian winger's combination of speed and skill mixed with a 6'1", 200-pound frame is encouraging to see. Despite his flaws, the addition of Chinakhov would not represent a big risk for the Canucks, as they hope he can take that step in his development to blossom into a top 6 winger. He's shown some production at the NHL level already with a career 34 goals and 37 assists for 71 points in 175 games played. Despite the Blue Jackets rebuilding for most of Chinakhov's time in Columbus, he has yet to fully earn the trust from his coaches to graduate to top 6 minutes. That being said, the left shot forward has yet to play a full season with a career high of 62 games and has only reached the 10-plus goal mark once in his young career, 16 goals in 2023-2024. Let's take a look at the fit and how he fits with the Vancouver Canucks. The immediate fit for Chinakhov in the Canucks lineup is replacing Joshua on the third line, playing on a line with someone like Niels Höglander, who has the speed and skill to create offense with Chinakhov, could be a great way for the Canucks to add to their depth scoring. These two wingers paired with Teddy Blueger down the middle, who can play a defensive anchor role, could resemble the Blueger, Joshua, and Connor Garland line that dominated so often 2 seasons ago. Chinakhov would also be a very good addition to one of the team's power play units. His size and shooting ability would make him perfect for the bumper spot on the power play, using his reach and size to create space to then get his shot off from the slot. With the current likely power play group, Chinakhov would most likely slot into the second unit at first, but could very well work his way into the team's top unit. Now let's take a look at what it might cost the Vancouver Canucks to acquire Yegor Chinakhov. Chinakhov, having requested the trade, may limit the return for the Blue Jackets. Not only that, but he is in the final year of his contract with a cap hit of $2.1 million. He will be a restricted free agent next offseason, so whoever does trade for him would have control. However, a team taking a flyer on him may not want to pay a high price in case things don't work out right away. The cost for the Canucks to acquire Chinakhov would likely be as simple as a future second-round pick, if not even less than that. Given the cap space the team cleared after moving Joshua, bringing in a replacement for over $1 million cheaper would still give the team some flexibility to bring in the centerman they've been targeting all off-season. So, I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this potential trade target for the Vancouver Canucks? What do you think about Yegor Chinakhov? Do you think the Canucks should use the cap space that they now have after trading Dakota Joshua? Do you see him as a possible Dakota Joshua replacement? Is this a move that you would want the Canucks to do, or would you much rather them solely focus on getting a second-line center, or maybe targeting Jack Roslovic in free agency? Maybe they can get Roslovic for around the same price. But yeah, I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. And is Chinakhov a player that you guys would be interested in? Obviously, just looking at his production doesn't really work for me personally, although at the same time, I don't know too much about Chinakhov, and obviously just by looking at his production, this doesn't look like a good target for the Vancouver Canucks. Just based solely on the production, perhaps, he could still, have a better season. Perhaps he has a higher ceiling, but that's just me. Once again, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. And as always, if you guys like this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you want to stay up to date on all your Vancouver Canucks content, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single video. You can find and interact with us on social media. You can find us on Facebook. Just search The Line Change to find our Facebook page. You can find us on Instagram at The Line Change. You can find us on X at Line Change Van. You can find us on TikTok at the TLC Podcast. You can also find us on Blue Sky at The Line Change, and feel free to give us a follow on all of our social media platforms. If you prefer an audio version of this podcast, you can find us on both Spotify and Apple Podcasts. On Spotify, feel free to give us a follow as well as rate and review us. It is, of course, greatly appreciated. But that's going to do it for me in this video. As always, let's go Canucks, and I'll see you guys in the next video.